There's the man. Yes, you wanted to ask.
When are you going on tour again? I just want to know when you're going on tour again.
I'm on tour. We toured this entire year, 1992, and we're going to continue into 1993. So we'll be back. We may even be back to New York. But we're going to keep touring. Thank you.
Speaking of tour, show them this, Brian. Here's a 30-second look at part of the world that Neil Diamond, as a solo performer, has covered since the late 60s. Yeah. Well, is all that attention really good for a nice Jewish boy from Brooklyn? I mean, come on.
It's good.
Oh, it must be.
It's good. It feels good.
It must be.
Yeah. Well, I went through about 7 or 8 years trying to learn to write and to get my music accepted. So to see that, at this point, is beyond my imagination.
Well, I have been part of the experience, your experience. Wisconsin, outdoors. I remember I didn't have a bad seat. Maybe, down in what would be the orchestra in an indoor theater. And I turned around and the people went to the skyline. And the sign said, "Diamond is forever." And then there'd be another one way up there, you could hardly read it. "We know what you mean."
Yeah, now they rate my buns. Times have changed, just the music is not the same.
Yes.
Speaking of that, this is from the Tush Review crew. We've been giving this to Neil since February.
Very much.
He loves candy.
Right. Let me put this over here for you.
You're the ones that holding up the signs in the audience, 10.0, 9. You're bad. You're bad.
Neil Diamond's graduate of Abraham Lincoln High School in Brooklyn. He was going to be a doctor, went to NYU, was a fencing scholarship. No kidding, fencing. Quit 6 months before your graduation. $35 a week, you're writing songs, not unlike the Tin Pan Alley of old. You're in the Brill Building and nobody is paying attention to you. You're a punk. You're 17 years old. You have no name at all. And all of a sudden, kaboom. People are starting. Your voice was kind of rock and roll at the time, as it certainly should have been. And all of a sudden, you are a big hit. Comes the early 70s, your concerts, your albums, everything is wonderful, and you dropped out of sight for almost 4 years.
Yeah.
You went to analysis, but you sat there and stared at the psychiatrist because you're really not a talking kind of guy. Now, perhaps you'll pick up this a talk show, Neil, so you have to help me out here.
I've learned.
The psychiatrist said, bring in your lyrics.
Yes.
And you started to learn some things about yourself, which was the original intent of this little hiatus in any event, huh?
That's right. I tried to get away from the business, get away from the celebrity and the spotlight for a while. I'd gone out of town quite a lot. I'd been traveling. I'd left my wife and my son, Jesse, home too many times, too many tears. And I decided I needed to take some time. And I didn't plan on 4 years. I planned maybe a year away from, performing. But I started to enjoy it. And I started to read and go fishing and do normal things, So it was good for me. I went to a therapist, which was something I always wanted to do. And, I went up with a chip on my shoulder. I wouldn't talk to him at all because, I said, well, you sit down and you want him to cure you or make you feel better or find out what's bothering you. Mm-hmm. But I realized after a year or so that it required my participation. And it didn't, I didn't remember any of my dreams, and so he said, bring in the lyrics. Well, I thought, well, okay, I'll bring in the lyrics. I don't know what they have to do with me, but I'll bring them in anyway. And after going through that process for 3 years, I realized that the lyrics were me. And I've learned to understand myself through reading those lyrics and understanding those lyrics.
It should be said that there are very few pictures of you smiling in those days. So a person distant would think this is a brooder, this is an introspective. Maybe we've got a little brick in the chest here. Maybe it's a big brick. Yet your childhood was very middle class. Your father was a dry goods person in Brooklyn.
A dry goods shop in Brooklyn and Brighton, and everybody knew Diamonds. And even before they knew Neil Diamond, they knew Diamonds Dry Goods. And on Church Avenue in Flatbush, we had a shop. It was a normal childhood. My parents were always close by. We lived near the shop. They always kept a close eye on my brother and myself. We did the normal things that kids do. We shut out street lamps and we got in gang wars. That's what you do in Brooklyn.
But
we
you
survived it.
You brought I Am, I Said is a reflection of a feeling that you had that you didn't acknowledge even when you wrote it. Do I understand this is facile, is it? I mean, it's true, isn't it?
That's true. I had no idea it was about me.
So you kind of pulling these scabs away and you said, I can be more than I have been. And incidentally, we should say you're 25 years married, a very happy family. You don't even drink white wine, do you? No. Well, where is this psychiatrist today?
He is retired. He gave up after me, I think. He said, I can't stand this anymore.
And it's still a nice little teenage kick to go out there and see, not an empty seat for miles and miles.
Oh, it's the best.
Must
be. The best. And I still watch the exits because from the beginning you watch the exits. If people hate you, they leave, you know, before all the celebrityhood, you know, became so enormous that people would not leave. But there's scary things about going on stage. Every time it's different, you know. You're put in the middle of a crowd, which you cannot, at any situation, lose control of, because it becomes dangerous physically for them and for you. And I've done that a couple of times, so you don't do that too much. So it's exciting. It's very exciting because it's dangerous. You're really not protected by anything. You can't do take two. Got to do take one and make it as good as possible.
And you can't cue the singer. You are the singer.
I are the singer.
There's nobody to come out and help you. Yeah.
I are.
Neil Diamond has an album which no doubt will jump out of the store. Is this your first Christmas album?
This is my first Christmas album.
And this... And you're not a total stranger to this sacred and secular music because of a choir experience as a kid.
I sang in the high school choruses at Lincoln and Erasmus Hall High School in Brooklyn. We sang all the Christmas repertoire. So I loved it, you know, from that time. Everybody loves Christmas music. And if you're a singer, the choice is so enormous that you want to make a Christmas album. This is like a dream come true for me.
We are very pleased to say that you're going to share 2 or more well, we can't get through the holiday season without it, and I am pleased that this is on your latest album.
Thank you, Phil.
Neil Diamond, White Christmas.
The sun is shining, and the grass is green. The orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th, and I'm longing to be up north. I am dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Yeah, I am dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas Come on now. Yeah, I'm dreaming of that white Christmas. There's nothing as beautiful as that newly fallen snow. You know it too. Well, the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. You know it's so, and I am dreaming of a white Christmas. With every Christmas card I write, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be, may every Christmas day be, may all your Christmases be any color you like. Come on, gang. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Come on, sing it with me, everybody, now. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Just like the Christmas cards I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be, may every Christmas day be, may all of your Christmases be white. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, this is Neil Diamond's regular band featuring the ever-talented, highly regarded Tom Hensley on piano. Alan Lindgren is here with the synthesizer. Vince Charles, don't leave your house for music without Vince Charles. Ron Todd on drums and backup vocals. King Harrison, conga drums, always a pleasure. Riney Bass is the bass leader. What else would you expect? Riney Press. And Hadley Hockensmith on guitars, Linda Press on backup and vocals, and Doug Rohn, also guitars and backup. Well, do you get along on the bus and in the trailer and on the airplane?
We live together.
Good.
We really do.
Neil, I want to know who's solely responsible for giving you your big break. But first off, I got to say that this audience is living proof that it takes all kinds to be groupies.
Thank you. You know, I suppose if I had to say where my big break came, it came very slowly. It came over a period of 8 or 9 years, just working and getting myself known as a writer and as a singer here in Manhattan. I suppose Jeff Barry and Ellie Greenwich, who signed me and produced my first records, really started my career off. They produced all of the early records. Up until then, I was just a kid knocking around on the streets with a guitar. And they made me into a chart artist and started my career off. So I'd say Jeff and Ellie.
When you first began singing as a kid, there, as I mentioned earlier, there was a kind of a teen, shouldn't be surprised, edge to your the way you sang. Somewhere early on, or somewhere, you have discovered this wonderfully unique sound in which you do embrace a lyric with passion and in a way that no other artist of our time does. Was there a moment on the stage when you said to yourself, holy cow, they love this, listen to this romantic stuff?
Actually, I wasn't aware that I had a particularly interesting voice. I thought of myself strictly as a songwriter, and if the songs would hold up, then I could carry them as a singer. And then occasionally a friend would say, you know, I really like your voice. And I'd be taken back by it, but it would register, you know. Well, maybe some people do like the voice. And so I began to think in terms of being a singer as well. And also, since I've been doing most of my own songs, it's important to me that the words be heard and that the melody be heard beautifully and the synergy between the two, you know, works somehow. So I think that helped make me more into a singer than I might have been.
You must be thrilled to see teenagers, 24-year-old, 28.
I grew up on your music, and my parents would be so jealous because you know you're fabulous when my parents and I like the same music.
That's great.
And it's fabulous. And I also wanted to say, I was wondering if you were planning on doing any more films. The Jazz Singer was fantastic.
Well, thank you. I did The Jazz Singer, and it was quite an experience. I wrote a lot of music for it. The band and I worked on all of the music for it. And I acted in it, which I'd never done before. I'd never been on a sound stage. So they broke me in. They gave me 1 week of outdoor shooting, getting in and out of a truck. I was supposed to be hitchhiking. And then the next week, they brought Laurence Olivier on the set. This is literal. And so I was scared to death through most of that picture. I asked Dustin Hoffman. I happened to find him in an airline terminal somewhere, and I said, I'm scared to death of this thing. I'm working with Laurence Olivier. I never did this before. So he was nice. He sat me down. He said, now listen, okay, you're intimidated by this guy in real life, and your character is intimidated by him. Guess what? You can transfer that intimidation to the portrayal of the role. So try that. And from that point on, I wasn't worried about being scared of Laurence Olivier anymore, because I was supposed to be scared of him. He was that kind of father.
We're in New York City with Neil Diamond, and we'll be back in a moment. Neil Diamond's touring experience is remarkable. Here he is from the late 60s to 1992 and sold out everywhere. Europe, Australia, pick a spot. What a wonderful tribute to the body of work and his latest offering to the millions of Neil Diamond fans around the world is the Christmas album on which appears. Did you know this is a very mainstay, I think, 19th century Protestant hymn?
Yeah,
this is in... Well, I mean, it's in, you know, when you go into the nice little church on the side of the road, you open the hymnal, you're going to find it. Cat Stevens made it, reminded us of it in a very successful way not long ago. And guess who's here with that same hymn? You'll do this for us, Neil.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rains near fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of a wet garden, sprung in completeness his feet pass. Oh, yes. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, Eden saw play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's free creation of the new day. Morning has broken on me.
Yes.
Hi, Neil. I was wondering what your drive was to push you to be successful in your early career.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what. There was nothing that I really did very well as a kid. I wasn't a great student. I wasn't a great athlete. And then I found music at about the age of 16. I started to take guitar lessons, and I'd always been singing, but never thought about it. And just one thing led to another, guitar lessons, and then 6 months of guitar lessons, and I started to take piano lessons, and then I started to write songs. It turned out that it was the only thing that I felt that I could really do well. And it was different. Nobody else in my family could do it, so there were no comparisons. I didn't have to live up to any standards. So it kind of happened accidentally. This is what I could do. I couldn't be a doctor. I couldn't, you know, I couldn't be a great professional fencer, but I could sing little songs and write little songs, and I just pursued it. It was the only thing I had.
And from your neighborhood, if not your school, came some very bright lights. Neil Diamond and
Yes.
Neil Sedaka, did he not?
Yes, well, he came first. He's much older than I am. You should know.
How pleased he will be.
And by the way, at the beginning of the show, Phil, were you trying to indicate that you were in college listening to my songs? Because,
Let's see, no.
okay,
No.
okay. As long as you don't try to get away with that.
Well, I tell you what, you got into my memory bank, and as I said, you're still your sound and your music will always be at the center of my brain. I think I was 30, early 30 something,
Okay.
at the time. At the time that you jumped out of the cake and became such a central part of America's popular culture, where you remain today and will be forever. And we'll be back in just a moment.
I had a question for Linda. I was wondering what it's like to sing on stage with Neil. He seems to get a little playful at times. Do you know what he's going to do?
It's fabulous. That's what keeps the show exciting and new. Is it's kind of different every night, and he's perfect. He's wonderful.
And I am playful.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
I read that this was your last album for Columbia.
This is my last album for Columbia, unless they re-sign me and give me a job for a few more years.
Yes,
But
sir.
we're still talking about that now.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you because you were the first concert I ever saw. It was me, my father, and my grandfather.
All right.
Neil, who do you listen to? Who do you follow in the music industry now? Do you go out and buy, make a run through a CD rack? Or...
Well, I have. I'm pretty low on CDs right now, but because I've been listening to my Christmas album and trying to learn all the songs, and But let's say I have a Chet Atkins, Mark Knopfler album, which I really like a lot. It's a, you know, everybody should go out and get one. It's a fun album. The last one that really knocked me out was the Tracy Chapman album, her debut album. Fast Car and songs like that. Every once in a while I'll pick up on an album, but I don't have too much time.
Neil, I want to say you sound fantastic. I have to call you the comeback kid. The kids said today when you're doing good, go, Neil, go.
Thank you.
Did you go to school with the most celebrated, popular female voice of our time?
You're talking about Barbara? Yes, I did, and we didn't know each other in school. We went to Erasmus Hall together for 2 years in our sophomore and junior year.
So you passed in the hallway without any...
No, we sang in the same chorus, and she sang with the altos, and I sang with the second baritones, and never the twain to meet. We had 100 voices in the chorus, and she was totally in love with the conductor, who was a very handsome Italian man with beautiful hair. The guys were scared of him, and we sang together for 2 years.
From opposite sides of the Erasmus Hall chorus, look what they grow up to do. Just a piece of this.
You don't sing real love songs. You don't bring me flowers.
She's good.
How sweet that must have been.
You know, she's the greatest singer in the world, so to be able to sing with her, and also she directed that thing. She said, at the end, I think I'd like you to kiss my hand and keep looking me in the eyes. And of course I did it, you know.
And it was perfect.
It was perfect. She told me everything to do. She made me rehearse it on the telephone. She called me and she said, Neil, do you think we should do it on the Grammys? I said, it's going to be great. She says, well, then she started singing and I sang another. It was on the telephone. That's how we decided to do it.
And
She's
we'll
great.
be back in just a moment. Well, I'll tell you something. You can't have a Christmas album without this, the most popular of all sacred Christmas music, and we're pleased to have Neil Diamond's signature on this all-time classic.
Thank you, Phil.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, from young virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild. Heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven above, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. night, holy night. All is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Neil Diamond, the Christmas album, now available for your family entertainment this holiday season. And you got to have a double CD to handle all this man's work. There it is, the greatest hit. From 66 to 92. He won't have time to do it all, for someday I'll be a czar and be able to order him up. I loved Jesus Christ and Fanny Brice and Wolfman. Mozart and Henry, I'm telling you, they're all dead. And it is one of the most imaginative, beautiful pieces of music. What a symphonic sound that has.
Thank you.
We got to go. Here it is. Here he is, the poet of my time, Cracklin' Rosie, right here.
Yeah, Cracklin' Rosie, get on board. We gonna ride till there ain't no more to go. Taking it slow. Lord, don't you know? At me a time of a poor man's lady hitching on a twilight train. Ain't nothing here that I care to take along. Maybe a song to sing what I want. Don't need to say please to no man for a happy tear. Here we go. Oh, well, love, my rosy child, you got the way to make me happy. You and me, we go in style. Crackling rose, your stubborn woman, make me sing like a guitar humming. Hang on to me, girl, our song keeps running on, yeah. Play it now, play it now, play it now, my lady. Cracklin' Rosie, make me a smile. God, if it lasts for an hour, well, that's all right. We got all night. Set this world right. Find us a dream that don't ask no questions. Yeah, dig it now. Oh, well, love, my rosy child, you got the way to make me happy. You and me, we go in style. Crackling rose, your stubborn woman, make me sing like a guitar humming. Hang on to me, girl, our song keeps running on, yeah. Yeah, play it now, play it now, play it now, my lady. Cracklin' Rosie, make me a smile. God, if it lasts for an hour, well, that's all right. We still got all night. Set the world right. Find us a dream that don't ask no questions. Yeah, take it, boys. Child, you got the way to make me happy. You and me, we go in style. floorboard woman. Make me sing like a guitar.